the main core focus on the problem that we're solving is centered around the topic of video marketing. Hence, we've launched a few different topics in here, such as we've customized the video script. And I can show you, like, for example, one of the things that we do is we implemented the DISC process. You're familiar with that personality?
I'm not. No. Tell me.
So DISC is, for example, there's a lot of people out there that, you got to present to different types of people based on their personality, whether they're assertive, competitive, decisive, and goal-oriented, or amiable, friendly, patient, and open to challenges, expressive, colorful people, pleasing and intuitive, and of course, the fact-driven people. Those are like the analytical people, the numbers guys, right? So, you different personalities, so you could blend it. What I've seen that these scripts that it generates is pretty dynamic in terms of the production of the images on the video tool that you have in the white label. It it pops the images because of the colorful part of the scripts. So we've customized that a little bit and developed that one particularly for ourselves as a video script. And
is this for TV commercials, or what is the video for?
It's for social media. It's going to be for maybe you want to send that direct to somebody as a follow-up, right? A conversation. Maybe you want to send it direct to a CEO, right? Who's really direct. So you want to choose on the video script. You definitely want to choose more of somebody that is more assertive and competitive, right? Decisive and goal-oriented, wants to get to the truth quickly, right? And of course, there's other expressive. You can combine the expressions too as well. And you can start it with a little short copy, maybe a call to action, and let it rip, tater chip. Yeah. So
awesome. I like it. So you said you've got 18 seats currently. So who are these customers?
So the type of customers we have one of the customers we have is very unique. It's a gym in Kansas. So he has a small 24-hour gym. He's an Army vet, and he wants to learn artificial intelligence so that he can save money and basically help his internal marketing department be more productive, right? So we're focusing in on a lot of internal marketing departments at companies, and as well as solopreneurs. So he's like a mom and pop shop in a small town. Not only does he have a fitness club, he's got a 9-hole golf course. He's got a shooting range for skeet shooting. He's got a pool. He's got a bar, and he's got yoga classes. You name it. This guy's got a lot of revenue sources there. So he needs to do a lot of content marketing. So that's why he joined our platform, to help generate more content, right? Plus he needed a lot of logos for obviously the different companies that he has there for the skeet shooting and so forth. So that's one customer. One of our, we also have someone in the network marketing industry that loves it. He's a top income earner, and he's, doing product videos for the most part, built himself a funnel in the platform. We got an active community, live training every week as well. So they get engaged in that. And then we're also going after joint ventures. So, and more like communities. So I have one big community with about 5,000 affiliates in there, and their only focus is developing courses and educational. It's like an e-learning platform. And so we have a few raving fans in that audience. They're starting to pour in some referrals through our affiliate program. And there are a lot of coaches. We have a couple of coaches that, very specialized coaches that are using our platform as well.
Got you. So let's start with that a little bit. So let me dig in on your marketing strategy. So these couple of people that you mentioned, how did they find out about your platform? How did that come about?
Sure. So the gym client was a client of ours already. Since we have an ad agency, we built, we did his website. We're doing a lot, we do some geofencing ads for him as well, targeting cell phones in the local area. So we manage his media. So
how much does he pay for this, just out of curiosity, monthly, if you feel comfortable talking about
so it? He pays a base fee, plus he pays us a management fee to manage his Facebook ads as well. So he's got a budget of about $1,000 with us. That's just management fee. That's not including ad spend.
A month?
That's correct.
Okay. So you have $1,000 a month customer, and they essentially get access to you manage their ads and you provide them this solution as part of that, essentially.
That's correct. Correct.
Okay, got it. Interesting. So you combined, again, guys, like you got to be creative, like Ed. So some people sell pure software. Some people bundle software as part of a service. It's called tech-enabled service. Okay, so the whole industry of tech-enabled service companies. So it's essentially you're providing a service, but you have your own tech that you provide to the customer, and that increases the stickiness of the customer. Not only makes you more credible because you have a software solution that you built like this, but also the customer is using it, so the likelihood of them canceling your service goes down. Does that make sense?
Absolutely, 100%.
Yeah.
That's why I loved it when you added the external apps, because
Yes.
we were able to embed our video tools, which is our own SaaS product that we've had for 3 years. So obviously we just put it right in the platform, and this creates a lot of stickiness in the platform for us because it allows us to acquire more customers. And we add this at no value and no cost. Just when they buy a seat and they're part of our community, as long as they stay there, they get access to all 5 of these tools, which basically are the ability to collect video testimonials. So it adds some human element to it. So we promote really big, the aspect of, yes, we have an AI platform, but, it's probably not a good idea to go 100% faceless. Let's include some face in this, right? Like collecting video testimonials, brand videos, video emails, story videos, video messages on LinkedIn, and then a video newsletter. Specifically, this is popular with our coaches, where they can send a video email to 100 of their contacts. Plus, we give them a little bonus, right? Give them started, get them to basically get into a habit of video marketing, specifically using our tool. It's a day-by-day plan, and that's pretty much it. So we add that as an extra bonus in this platform.
Yes. So essentially, your bundle is you had a bunch of software solutions already, so you were going in the direction of tech-enabled services. Anyways, we came about and we gave you a platform. You used our tools, plus you created your own inside the app, and then you pulled in all your external tools as well to give them one cover. Plus your service. You guys see, this is actually a very solid business. I like this. This makes a lot of sense. So I'm going to get into the JV joint venture part in a second. I think that's a model that a lot of people can use. So I'm going to dig into that in a second. But before I go there, so you're essentially have been growing through word of mouth referral in these Facebook communities, essentially. Is that right?
Yeah, so the more networking communities. During COVID, I established a lot of connections and franchise models. Like, there's obviously, everybody's probably heard of BNI. There's a couple of other big ones out there, NIA, and then there's micro networking groups that have large communities already, right? So what I did is I had built good relationships with them in those communities. So I went after them first and their networks, and that's just starting to fester, right? I was planting the seeds with them. Of course, as we build our tutorials out, which we have, great tutorials in here on the whole platform. Not just
great. And I'm gonna give you guys a tutorials wizard as well, so you can sprinkle tutorials in different apps as well. That is on our plate.
Yes. So that's basically what our model was, Alex, to go after those bigger groups, because they have a black book that I don't have.
Yep. That's their entire strength. So that's network marketing for a reason.
Yes.
Okay. So, so you go after that, and you seem like a very likable guy. So you're probably really good at networking and having people like you. So, I mean, everybody has to lean their strength. I think people in the chat would agree with me. Just your vibe is very likable. So, so you're the type of person.
I'll tell you the truth. I'm an idea champion. So that's what I'm good at. That is my 100% talent. in life. When you say what is the reason for my existence, I would say to speak and to champion ideas.
Yeah, I like it. It's like it's great that you have a very specific reason for existence. People pick very generic ones. Yours is pretty good, and you're essentially doing that here. You're essentially wrapping your ideas into software solutions plus service, and yeah, Eve says, yeah, he articulates himself very well. I agree. Somebody says he's all right.
Well, you know what? I could do something even better than that. I mean, times have changed, right, Alex? I mean, it used to be what early to rise, early to bed makes a man healthy, wealthy, and wise, something like that, right? It's changed now. It's late to bed, early to rise, work like crazy, and advertise.
Yeah,
right?
exactly.
Right? That's what it is.
Cool. So before we go to joint venture, that's a particular topic I want to drill in because it's useful for people.
Yes.
Do you want to talk, maybe share your second white label so we see it? This one was videocityexperts.com. I like the name too.
This one is, we left it on Video City Marketing, and then we log in as Video City Experts. So Video City Marketing is the concept, right? Behind it. So that's where, and then that's where that's at, Video City Marketing.
Cool.
And this is the second live. This is a joint venture, actually, Course Buddy.
Let's talk about that.
Yes. So, this came about because we saw a need. There's a company out of Florida that I made connection with, and I think one of the guys is on the call here today. The guy I joint ventured with, but basically, they told me they had a problem. They had a lot of people that were joining their company as course creators, because it was an e-learning platform. And I spoke at their global conference, which was simulcast out of Puerto Rico, maybe a couple of weeks ago. So it was a 48-hour total length conference, over 40 speakers, and I had 45 minutes to speak on Saturday morning during the conference. So after I did the presentation, I had about 40 people register for a free course that I offer, which is basically AI recipe for success from logo to funnel. So in 45 minutes in that course, I showed how I created a logo all the way to building a funnel, building the benefit stack, the FAQ questions, the magic hooks, a couple of video promos, a couple of social media posts, et cetera, et cetera. And I showed them in 45 minutes how fast you can get an entire course done. And I'd put a webinar together with it, right? So that's kind of my lead-in funnel. It's a free, and I can show it to you if you want to see it.
Yeah, let me see it.
Yeah. So this is,
and I see audience have a few questions about how to customize logos and app icons and stuff. Is pretty simple. I may address that later, but
yes. Let me show you. I'll show you where I have my courses. So they're right here. Here's one here. So this is a platform and that I put my courses on. So here's the first one, the AI recipe for success, right? So right now I have 41 people that have enrolled in it, right? So in this course, and then, I got my little promo video here, it's real simple.
Introducing AI Recipe for Success, from logo to launch, the comprehensive course revolutionizing your online presence.
All right, so that's kind of a promo video.
Yeah.
And then the content.
This is created using AI videos.
That's right. And then this one is more me talking and showcasing and walking through the entire platform, right? So I'm walking them through the entire platform, and basically, exactly what I say I'm doing. It's a recipe for success, right? From logo to launch, right? In just a few minutes, using almost every tool in the platform, right? And then I have a paid course here too. The paid course is a $29 course. And this gives them the first month. It's a special that I ran with them. It gives them the first month into our platform for $29. Plus they get, complete training. I call it from zero to AI hero, an AI masterclass. So it's, segment 1, 2, 3, and 4. It's, different time lengths from 27 minutes all the way to 50 something minutes. and I go through, the whole process, every tool in the platform, show them how to use it, and kind of like a boot camp at their own speed,
Mhm.
right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yep. So that's starting to pick up some traction also. So that's
I
what,
like.
so that led to the JV, because a lot of people saw my course and
Mhm.
said, hey, Ed, can you help us create courses? And
Yeah.
that's where it came up. I went to the top affiliate who had about 80% of the income for the company.
Mhm.
His name is James. And I pitched him the idea of creating an app, and he loved it, for course
Great.
creators, to help people develop courses.
So can you maybe expand a little bit on, if it is something you can share, what is the revenue split, or how did you set up the business partnership?
Yes, with him, since he's had such an influence, right?
Mhm.
He's on at the corporate level. He introduced me all the way up to top to the CEOs and founders. It's basically a Six Sigma, if you're familiar with that.
Yeah. Geez. Yeah.
It's a
Yeah.
Six Sigma training platform,
Mhm.
right? That's the basis of their whole core philosophy and training. They
Yeah.
have training Six Sigma for kids and teenagers, and for adults, common people. So they really wanted to they really wanted to help to create more course content, and they needed help doing it. So I split it 50-50 with them, because it was just a no-brainer, right, for us. And we got along too. We got along well.
Great. Great. So they have how many people in their community, you said, roughly?
Roughly about 3,000.
Gotcha. And this is like email list or something like that, or Facebook group?
Yeah, it's
How?
growing.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's and it's growing too. It's
Yeah.
of course creators. I'll give you an idea of some of the course creators in there.
Mhm.
Les Brown is a member of the community.
Oh, wow. Okay.
So yeah, so it's it's um I'm getting a lot of FaceTime in there, and
Mhm.
it's a community I want to nurture, right? And thanks to James and we're going to put together some courses. They have a Genius Club. We can put together courses in there where it's going to be like a workshop, kind of like what you guys do, like where we charge a 6 hour workshop boot camp, or we get down and dirty and put their course together with them. They pay $297 or something like that, right? So we're going to do that
Mhm.
in their community. We think that's going to be very successful. So
Gotcha.
yeah.
Gotcha. I like it. So what is now, it seems like you're going kind of like in three different branches, if I understand your thought process here. One is you're wrapping your expertise into a marketing solution and bundling that with your marketing agency services. Is that right? That's
correct.
okay. Second one is it seems like you're partnering with these guys to launch a specific solution as a joint partnership. So they bring the customers, you bring the solution, and you sort of split revenue or profits or whatever is the arrangement. Okay, right?
Yes.
So they bring the customer, you bring the software. Is there a third model you mentioned at the beginning? I don't know if this is it or not, but you want to create white label, like a specific software solution, and sort of hand the key over to someone else, like sell it. Did I
Yes,
hear you
that's
correctly? Okay.
yes, absolutely. Yeah, we are, we've pretty much turned, I'll give you an idea. We launched this course, buddy, it total, when I think I asked Darsh on a text message, I said, hey, I'm trying to create a role first. I was trying to create a role for Course Buddy and Video City marketing, but I couldn't customize the user experience the way I wanted to, right? There's kind of a limit to that, right? In terms of,
What could you and could you not do? Just so I know.
so in other words, I could not customize the landing experience, right? The look and feel, so to speak, of the name of the white label up here at the top, right? As
Mhm.
well. And even the domain name, right? I wanted to, we didn't want to lose that continuity, right? So we just
So
decided.
you can do that. I mean, you can change the stuff at the top. It's just like that you need a code for it, essentially, recipe for it.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, yeah, I'm
Okay.
not
But
sure.
anyways, continue.
Yeah, yeah. So anyway, so we just decided to do a second white label, and and make it, make it pop from there. So we built
Mhm.
this like in 48 hours.
Mhm. Yeah.
Everything, including
Yeah.
the API connection, for automatic sign up, everything. And
Well, you become good at it once you do it a couple of times. It's
that's
essentially
right.
what
Yes.
happens.
Now we're super fast, right?
Yeah, yeah. So I mean, so going back to my point, so the third business model you were considering would be to somebody comes to you, you build them the SaaS solution, hand it over type thing.
Yes. So basically, if I can, I can stop sharing and share this.
Yeah.
This is important because
Yeah.
the third model that I have, Alex, was, somebody that had a friend of mine. It was a network that I met in networking. These guys are massive AI developers, but they sell a high ticket product, $25,000 up front. It's a calling solution. They basically solve one major problem: speed to lead. And they do it for the auto dealerships, and they do it for solar companies, and they do it for insurance companies, and everything below that, home service companies as well. So they sell a high ticket product. They didn't have a mid-level product, or they didn't have a low-level product either when they're going to talk to them. So I pitched the idea to them. I said, hey, listen, why don't you put a white label? We could put your external app sample in the platform. Plus we could build some other tools around that platform. And within 45 minutes or actually within 15 minutes of conversation, they said, yes, they love it. So we're in the process of building that out right now. We've already got, the page built, but it's called Sales Tiger AI. It's targeting sales, really. Sales training, sales. It's replacing, hey, don't hire a sales coach. Don't hire don't join a mastermind and pay the exorbitant money for that. We're going to provide that for you, plus sales scripts and a variety of other things, plus other sales tools, such as the higher ticket priced items, right? That they're going to add in there. Like they're going to have a low level calling bot inside the sales as well. Inside Sales Tiger, they're going to have a high end calling, mid range as well, right? So that's the whole concept. And we sold that to them to build it. And it's a quite hefty price we sold it for too.
So it's a one-time fee you charge, and then you hand it over the key, essentially.
No, I negotiated revenue share on it also.
Revenue share too. So okay, so just share again. Don't be peer pressure. That's my rule number one when I interview developers.
No,
I'm like, just share whatever. If you can make it more specific, I think it helps people.
Yes,
but if you don't,
basically, because we're adding in, our intellectual knowledge to be able to, to design some apps and customize the solution. Plus, we're bringing our video toolkit in there because that's, video testimonials and all that's important for a salesperson. So we're
100%.
bringing some value to the table too. So we should take some revenue from that, right?
You should, and there's no downside. I just was wondering.
I'm not ashamed to ask for that. No.
Okay, good. Good.
Yeah.
So let me ask you this: was the upfront fee more than one sale by them, 25K, or less than it? How about that? Can you answer that?
It was less than that. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay. So it's like no brainer to them.
Yes. 100%.
Essentially, if you buy this, if you get one extra sale, it makes up for it type scenario.
That's right.
Got
yes.
It. Yeah, you guys, I mean, I put in the chat if you understood the business model. This is, something I've not seen anybody in our platform do yet. This is the first time I hear it, but it's like essentially, here's a custom solution for you. Let me explain it because I see one or two people who have not understood the problem. So here's a high ticket. So it works really well with high ticket businesses, meaning businesses they get one extra client. It's a lot of additional revenue for them. In this case, every extra client is like $25,000 of revenue for them. So essentially, Ed went and put his expertise and built a customized AI solution using our white label, developed on top of it, and sold it to them for less than the revenue that customer will bring from one additional customer, and negotiated a rev share from every customer that comes from that point on. Did I explain it well?
Yes, absolutely. Yes.
Yeah.
And what's interesting is that, like, even Course Buddy, right? When we did that, after I showed it to them and they were like, wow, we want this. We want to put this in our platform. They came back and they said, well, we had our tech guy look at it and they said that's deal.ai.
Yeah, but what's the point?
They said, oh, yeah, I said, yeah, of course it is. Yeah, we're a developer for them. We're designing, we're good at what we do. And they say, yeah, well,
And you sold with that, right? Because
I
it doesn't
sold them.
matter.
Yeah, I sold them
Yeah.
that even way. Yeah,
Yeah,
absolutely.
because I mean that's actually the direction we wanted to go, guys. It's like, who cares if it's developed on Deal.ai? Their tech person doesn't have the expertise to build it. Ed here developed the expertise by launching 2 white labels prior and incurring the brain damage working with our team and going through all the tutorials, and then he put his expertise into it. I mean, it would cost them more to hire someone from outside to build it from scratch, and it's not going to be as good because that person is not an expert like Ed is.
Right.
So that's why value-added reseller. That's exactly the term, Ed Sanchez.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
So you can totally.
I would love to launch, 15, 20, 100 of them, right?
Right.
If I can, right? Because that's really, really my wheelhouse is if I could teach, if I could educate, if I could entertain, if I could champion an idea and speak, I'm happy.
Yeah, exactly.
Even, you know what I'm saying? Because that's what I love doing.
Yes. Yes.
Right. So I could show you one other thing. Like we have some upsells too, like in the course, which I think would be interesting to you. But because there's revenue on this side too, right? On the courses.
Yes.
So we're doing like we're doing something very interesting. If I could find it here. Let's see here. That's not it. If I can find it here. Here it is right here. So we're taking the courses in this resource. I'll go right to it.
Hi, my name is Edgar.
So basically what we're doing, this is an English video. By the way, I only speak
Es
one.
una plataforma de IA.
So
Somos una
this is the new tech. We're going to be able to translate courses for them.
Founder of Video City Marketing. Hola, mi nombre es Ed Garza, fundador de Video City Marketing. Somos una plataforma de IA con más de 30 aplicaciones de IA diseñadas para ayudar a tu negocio.
I like it. It's like essentially
M'appelle Ed Garza.
Essentially you're combining different life experiences you've had into, and you package them differently and you monetize it. I really like it. And including the fact that you're bilingual and all of that. Are you Spanish speaking?
My wife is. She's from Puerto Rico.
Okay.
She helps me in support with that.
Great.
100%.
Okay, good. So it's like, take your own life experience, take wife's, expertise, everything into different packages and monetize it. I love this.
And she knew nothing about AI, but I gave her the first tool and she's off to the races now. She's loving it for her business. She has an insurance business, so it helps her a lot. She built her whole insurance website with our platform. She made video product description videos with our platform. I mean, she's my great case study from somebody that knows nothing to now they're championing the idea, right?
Yeah, and that's the idea. The idea is nobody should be hampered by not having coding skills or tech background, because the idea here is that your expertise, as long as you can communicate it in like direct English very specifically, the platform needs to be able to build it without you having to code at all. So
yeah, and I love the new AI personalities, because we've done really, I see some huge possibilities with that, with with concepts that we're putting together. Like in our Course Buddy program, we launched a copywriting coach, right? We launched a brand buddy coach to help you with your branding. We launched a marketing, someone with marketing experience, and then also adding and we're uploading our knowledge base in there, right? The ebooks that we've written, content that we've written over time, and just adding it in there, and that's just really knocking it out the park. And then, of course, on the sales side, we're going to probably end up doing some custom knowledge bases, attach it to more like a product specialist in a specific category.
Yes, like makeup or something like that. You just create a knowledge base that it specializes in like home decor, candles, makeup. That's a kind of like the idea.
Yes.
It could be marketing. It could be, sales. So you create a knowledge base. Yes, that you can
Yes.
totally do that.
So these guys are going after auto companies, right? So I say, well, let's
Exactly.
just upload all the manufacturer features and products of every make and model of car. So that a
Exactly.
salesperson that's subscribed to it, they don't have to go to the manager to ask about a product or feature on a car or vehicle. They can just go in the app.
Mhm.
And
100%.
Right. That's what I think the big sale is, where you
Yeah.
sell a whole group of, and that's why I've told them, you should sell a whole sales team of 30 people, the
Mhm.
platform, just for
Yeah.
that alone.
Right. I like it. I think there's a lot of opportunities here. I'm glad that you kind of demoed these new business models, because so far everybody that I interviewed, they had sort of like a direct SaaS solution sales model. This is a different business model. I'm glad that we are diversifying a little bit out of that. So let me have you answer a few questions that I saw in the chat. Somebody asked, how do you know if the rev share person Nas asked will actually pay? Well, there's an agreement in place. Yeah,
I control it.
yeah, you control it. Okay,
Right.
good.
Yes. You set up, you control it. You control the payment system. They still have access to it, right? But
Got you. So you essentially even like have control. You set up the payment system, so
yes.
the money goes through your. Okay, that is the best solution.
That's right.
Okay, so let me ask, that has ever allowed me to get some of my thought and an idea out of my head into a platform. Thank you, Roderick. Let me scroll up. You should create, Roderick, have an idea for you. You should create another white label specifically to teach aspiring business owners some of your gems and nuggets in business practices and tactics. Yes, I mean, that was an idea for you. Put questions, guys. I saw quite a few. What percentage of sales revenue did he negotiate? Ed didn't mention, and I'm not gonna push on things that he didn't voluntarily share. Let me see.
It's a lot. So I'll just say that. Yeah.
Good.
Yeah.
Again, the rule of this interview is that let's not put ourselves under the gun or put our guests under the gun to share things that they don't want to share.
I could put the landing experiences if it's okay, that if they want to look at our different.
Yeah, why don't you do that? Why
Yeah.
don't you do that?
Yeah. Any other questions? I mean, I tell you I think, anybody that doesn't, that's having a problem with, your tutorials have explained so much in the community that you have. You just, if you just go through the community, that's where we learned how to do everything, that we did. The API instructions are very clear, in doing that. So it was rather simple,
Yeah, but I tell you this, it really depends on people's like also level of effort. So you got to apply effort to implement our system.
You do,
especially the first time. So it takes effort. It's not like the food is not chewed for you. In other words, it's not even my strength. My strength is building software. Like chewing the food, I expect people to do, and some people don't want to put the energy to chew it. So it takes up. But thank you. Where's the community? There's a community app on our platform, guys. Somebody asked, how do you manage seats? Maybe you want to, well, if you click on it, it shows your customers, so don't do that. But it's in the white label app. If you click on white label app, it shows the seats, and you can manually add seats, but Ed has automated it. So using our APIs, every time a user is added or removed, it's just like add or remove the user. Do you want to, going back to maybe your Course Buddy solution, do you want to talk a little bit about the collection of apps you created, why those apps, how many apps there are, what percentage of them are our system apps versus custom apps and all that?
Sure, absolutely, I can. Yeah. So obviously we customized obviously some of the apps that are in there, like the FAQ questions, right? And then of course this one is the product development, right? The EDM that you have, right? This just helps them with that.
Right.
Bonus, obviously, Chat Buddy, course projects.
So
Yeah,
these are system apps that
system
got
apps. Yes,
that
we
got
just-
that got reskinned.
Yeah, so
Okay.
this is and then we, this, you showed us how to do this on one of your, the
Yeah.
ebook cover, right? So we,
Yeah.
we put together, ebook covers, right?
Oh wow, yours is awesome. Oh, I see. You took the colors and you made them toggles. Interesting. I didn't even
Yes.
do that.
Yes, and it took, you could even upload your logo as well.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, so it puts together pretty, decent ones, I mean, I like what it's doing, just
You improved on mine. This
Yeah.
is a little bit better than mine. Okay,
Yes.
good. I
And
like
then-
it.
And then I did, let's see here. I did a 5-step process in coming up with your course. This kind of walks you through it. This is the big idea, pretty simple. Describe your course idea, put in some keywords, and it comes up with, possibly, some big ideas. Prior to that, we put together a couple coaches in here, right? Like
Mhm.
the brand buddy coach here.
Mhm.
It can brainstorm ideas with you on, the big idea. You could ask
Mhm.
it to come up with some big ideas for you, right? Who's your target audience? And it'll maybe help you with that big idea. And that's what we teach and train in the community.
Mhm.
And once they figure out the big idea, then they can go to step 2. I know that we could possibly integrate these sometimes where it could pull over.
Yes, that is on our plate. So
Yes.
essentially you're saying response goes from one app to the other, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Right. So this is, this is the big idea. This is the mission. This is the description. And then once you hone in on the big idea, then it will put together an outline for you for your course. Right. And then
Yeah.
once you have the outline, then of course, then you're going to go, we have the research assistant, basically just does the research for you, history, quotes, historical content, past courses, data and statistics, maybe a few case studies that you could do some research on, just a lot of good information that kind of makes you look smart, but if you're going to
Mhm.
teach a course on it, you should know some history on it, right?
And I see you added the back and forth at the end of
Yes.
it. Yes.
Yes, which was great because
Yeah.
I love that because one of the pain points that I have, even being in video marketing for a long time,
Mhm.
sure, okay, so I create a video, then I got to stop and I got to create a thumbnail, which
Mhm.
I hate doing that.
Yeah. Now you can do that.
Now I can do that. I can say, okay, I write, I have my video, the script, the video script buddy that we put in here, right?
Mhm.
It can, you write the script and then you can say, generate a thumbnail for me. And
Yes.
look, there,
Yeah.
I tested it this morning, right? So,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
So I said, if it looks decent enough for me, I can still go and edit and I can put my logo in there. I can erase
Yeah.
stuff, right? So to
Yeah.
me, it's perfect. It saves me time and saves me a step. And I
So
like-
just so that I explain this because some of our users made it
Yes.
go. Can you go back to that page? Let me
yes,
explain this. So because I'm not sure all of our members are seeing what is happening here. So this was a 1-section app all the way to the top of this thumbnail, this image. Is that right?
yes,
Okay. So it was a 1-section app. You can create multi-section apps. But then at the end of it, now you have the ability to toggle on a little thing that allows the user to give it feedback and have additional requests. Okay. In this case, Ed went and asked for, let me see, can you make that's actually awesome. Can you make a 16:9 YouTube video? Scroll down. Sorry, Ed, I'm just going to your command to the AI real quick. Right
What's that?
above the thumbnail, right above the thumbnail.
okay, yes.
So you say, can you highlight it? Can you make 16:19 YouTube video thumbnail of my video script, full color based on the script? So essentially, the app wasn't designed to do this. The app was, I guess, a video script, right? And then at
Yes.
the end of it, Ed, as a user, went and said, okay, great. Now give me that's now possible. You got to enable it on our platform based on the output of the app. Does that make sense, guys? And then you had another question underneath it. You said, can you suggest tags for my video script that have search volume on Google? I'm in Franklin, Tennessee. And then again, the app. So essentially, AI apps are no longer input, one-time output, and it's done. Okay, so it's like input, output, and then you can interact with the app after that, given all the context, essentially. Good.
Then I asked it translated to Spanish.
Yeah. Great.
I was testing it out this morning, right? I
Yeah.
loved it.
Yeah.
So,
It's pretty good, I gotta say.
Yeah. So,
So-
the reason is because the actual, because where I put my courses in that community that I built this for, they're multi-language, right? So I need this to be multi-language too, because they kind of marry together, right? That's going to help it sell more, right? That's why
Right.
that's why I did that. And then of course we did, let's see, then of course the first draft, right? We got the platform to write. They didn't do it on this one, but we got it finally to write about 7,000 words.
Mhm.
We did several sections. So based on your target audience and your course objective and your duration, type of course that you want, or enthusiastic or whatever, right? Main topics, 2 to 3 keywords, paste any of the case studies or examples that you want to put in there. So basically it's going to write probably close to 7,000 words for your first script, right?
How many sections is this?
What's that?
Was it a one section app or a
No,
multi?
no,
Yeah.
it was a
Multiple section. Yes, you said 7,000. Yeah, that's multiple sections. Yeah. How many
7, 8
sections do you remember? 7 or 8?
I think about 8. Yeah.
Eight sections.
sections.
Again, for those of you guys who may be new or have not come on these live calls, we rolled out a feature where in AI App Wizard, you can create multi-section output. So essentially, you take the inputs from the user and then you add section and say in this section do this, and in the next section do that, and the information flows down as a waterfall. So essentially, the first section goes into context to create the second section, and second section goes to the third section, and then it can be a combination of text, table, images, like just kind of like a long proposal, like think like a long document, multi-section, and then now we have added an option to go and interact with it at the bottom. So not only you get a document out, but the user can go and say, hey, can you do this for me? Can you add this additional thing for me? Does that make sense, guys? Okay.
And then we did a multi-section on the marketing plan, which did a phenomenal idea. We plan on expanding this. I mean, this does everything from, Facebook strategy, content ideas, LinkedIn ideas and strategies for your course, TikTok strategies, multi-sectional, right? Instagram, best practices, YouTube, content ideas, best practices, and then 30 short social posts and hashtags was another section where, get you started, right? And then of course, now let's give you some video content ideas and scripts, topics, and then maybe a few scripts for videos that you could start off with and use those scripts in the video app. And then of course, some tags that you can use for your YouTube channel, which we plan on doing. We do have a couple of YouTube academies that we're going to be launching where we teach people how to land their video on the first page of Google in 10 minutes organically.
Yeah.
So
Ed, do me a favor. So somebody asked how to they are so confused, they don't understand the extra interaction. Can you click on it so that people see how it works in the app? Just go
this one here, the
one of the apps that has the bottom section that
yes, of course, yeah. So
let me quickly demonstrate it to
yes,
people.
so this is the marketing plan. So what question do we want to ask it?
Ask it, can you read, let me see, what is it? Tags, interest, scroll up, let me see, ask it a good question. Can you create, actually create an image based on the above marketing plan, generate 4 Facebook ads, 4 images for Facebook ads, and then change the type to images.
Yes, based on the
above information
on the marketing plan.
Yeah.
Above
generate images for Facebook ads.
Images.
Yeah, and at the bottom you gotta switch it. Just so you guys understand, this is like now the app, each app you have the option that at the bottom your user can continue interacting. Okay, good. Make that image, and then for we don't have quantity yet there. I thought we did. Okay, it doesn't matter. Just we'll add that too, so you can generate 4, for example.
Maybe 1-1.
Do vertical, so kind of like reels and stories. So
9:16.
9:16. Yes, yeah.
Yeah, okay. Well, I could ask it to do more, 3 images. Let's see if it does it, we'll see.
I don't think it does. I think we need to enable that.
Okay.
It's like it needs to infer that number, and then it generate. We will work on that.
Yes, okay.
Okay, does that make sense, guys? Every single one of you guys have the ability to create a table or chart or whatever at the end of your custom apps. If you enable it, you have to enable it. Okay.
Yeah, I really liked it because obviously it's it adds a lot of dimension to what you're trying to do, right? And
yeah,
like I said, my favorite one was the thumbnail because I hate creating thumbnails after I do.
yeah, you can create thumbnail for you. Exactly.
Yeah.
So how did you add the banner at the top of the page? So you have that option in custom.
Yes.
Yeah, maybe wait for the image to get generated, and then maybe we should have asked for text so it goes faster. Here we go. Okay. And you can essentially, with this right here, the user can click on the 3 dots, real quick, and you can download it. You can edit it using our AI editor. You can copy it, like all the normal thing. You can get a share link, which gives you a share link from Vault and all that. Can you now talk about the banner customization? Because I don't think a lot of people even know they can add banners and stuff.
Yeah, I'm playing with it a little bit. I think I put it on one of them, and we need to make it mobile friendly, I think. So that's one of the things. I can't remember where I have it, which one I had it on. Maybe it was research. Your first draft is where it was at. Yeah. So.
Yeah. And you can make it a link, guys. You can easily do that by going to AI App Wizard, go to the app that you want to add a banner to, click settings, and then there's an option to add a banner, change the color, reskin this page, make it a different color, and also send the banner to a particular link. Okay.
Yes.
Were all of the apps from Deel? No, a minority of them are actually system apps. I want to say how many of them? 10 of them? You have, how many do you have on this product? Let's count it. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9,
35.
10, 35. How many of them are pre-built versus custom built?
So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. 14 are mine.
Got it. Okay, so that's the distribution on this particular product. There's like, different combinations that you guys can use, depends on what you're trying to do, essentially. Do we get recording to watch this? Of course, it's going to be added to Live Training Academy. Somebody asked, what is your community? I don't know what that is. 14 personalized and 28 system apps. Good. Any other questions for Ed? I can go in different directions here. What directions do you guys want me to learn more? This was very helpful. For your video study experts, were you able to create video app? So it's not video, it doesn't output video unless it is one of our system apps, right? Ed, it generates like content for the video.
The video script, yes.
Yes.
Our external app, which we have in there, which is the 5 tools, you could, obviously that's a click and record, right? Where you can click and record a brand video yourself, right? From your mobile device or from your tablet or from your webcam. That's to put face in front of it. But that's machine learning. There's no editing. You just record and you click, 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 choose your music, and it's done. A polished video, right?
Right. Right.
Yeah, so that's where we added some, just the human element to it. And then we do we do training on it. We have tutorials on every tool as well. So
gotcha. So how do you approach creating your apps method? That's actually a good question from Brian. So how do you think about it? What is worthy of becoming an app? And then once you've decided how to create an app, again, I have my method to the madness. I've seen people do it very differently. What is your method to the madness?
So I think I have 2. So obviously the size of, put it this way, the size of the problem that you solve, the more money you can charge. So if I can create an app that does something amazing, then I could charge more, or I could do an upgrade on that. Sometimes I'll create an app just for us. Like, for example, I made an app just for me to help me. So I have a hard time when it comes to following up with, you know, maybe I meet some people, like I have some cards here. So let's say I have some cards and I come back after a networking meeting, right? So I built an app for me. So it's called Follow Up Boss. I take a picture of it on my cell phone, right?
And you upload it.
And I upload it, and then I customize the app to create a soft email that asks them to connect on LinkedIn, where I met them, and my booking calendar, and it's real soft. I serve on a board for a nonprofit. So this was for me, but I found out this is helpful to a lot of people that go out networking. So they like it. It's simple. The only thing I wish it could do is take the scanned image of the business card and import it into the contacts. Right? That's the only thing I haven't figured that out. Maybe there's a way to do
We
it.
don't have the ability. No, it's like the integration piece is not there. But I understand what you're trying to do in the
Yeah.
future. In the future.
Yes. I think that would solve a huge problem for people like in my personality type, where I could scan a card. Hey, I met this person. I want to send them a simple email, right? And then it goes into my CRM, and I could, you know, connect with them on LinkedIn and maybe book a one-on-one just to see if the possibilities.
Got you. So essentially, this method to the madness is, oh, I have this problem myself. I create an app for it. Now I feel a lot of other people have the same problem. I roll it out to my white label. That's one. What's the
Sometimes
second?
I may have, like the one when I came up with the personalities, I thought, you know, I think I saw a social media post about the 4 personalities, right? Somebody was talking about it. And I said, wow, that would be a great output for, you know, a blog style, or maybe even a video script. So that's, you know, just something that can give them some unique content. And right, that's some,
Yeah.
yeah.
Somebody's asking if they're Deal.ai. These apps are built using Deal.ai. This one was built using AI App Wizard.
Yes.
Anyways, but there's more tools to build
And
apps
honestly,
on our
sometimes
platform.
I have other tools that I have, right? And
Right.
I go look at what they have, and then I try to make it better. Sometimes I do
Right.
that, right?
Yeah. Cool. So any other questions for Ed? We're coming up to the top of the hour. Ed, this was super helpful. My only question for Ed is how do you find time to do all of this?
You know, I do
Are you a
most of my things.
workaholic?
No, I'm not. I do take time to rest and relax, but you know, my prime time is early in the morning. Seriously.
Gotcha.
If I get up at 5 o'clock, I get up. And that's my think time between 5 and 7. And, you know, I'm thinking, I'm strategizing, writing notes down, trying to figure out ways to do this. My next big play, Alex, is, you know, with Video City Marketing, and I can tell you this, you're familiar with Remnant media space, right?
Yeah.
Television time. So
Yes.
I have a media partner that I've known for 30 years, and they need to unload a lot of media time, right? So we're gonna launch a rev share for some of our clients and put that a form or an app in our platform, where if you need, it includes 15,000 national television ads at zero cost to them. They just got to produce the commercial, and they got to rev share with us. So that's the next phase of Video City Marketing, right? Where we could add that as a value, but you could only get access to that if you're a subscriber to our platform.